Yeah, probably could. We're down to 4 minutes and 26 seconds, and it shows that we're live. Well, fascinating. Just in time, the sun just came up. God bless. We got live audio. 4 minutes and 10 seconds, but it is live right now. Got a countdown going. You know, we got people logging in. Gonna have a little bit of a surprise this morning for folks. Nice sunrise here. Color looks good. Good morning, Mr. Andy Sampson. How are you doing, sir? Connie, well, God bless. Good to hear from you. How's things in Tucumcari? Should have brought a menu out. I could kind of share that with them, but I'll get there. They should be a little bit low. This is always so much fun, the stuff I get into here. Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome. I brought you all this stuff. I don't know if you want it on the table. I can set it over there.
No, this would be great. Thank you very much.
I was like, at least make it look like you're at a restaurant here.
Yeah, it's what we're going to do.
Instead of at a park. That's what I feel like out here.
Thank you so very much.
Yes. Let me get all this. You're probably going to eat your Texas skillet. That's what you always eat.
Yeah, we'll find something good here. So let's see what people tell me to do this morning. We are live right now, young lady.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, morning. There you go, guys.
Thank you.
Do you want a minute? You do?
Yeah, just a couple.
Okay, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes or so.
You're good. I'll be right back.
Excellent. Well. We are live this morning, trying a little something different here, folks. We've got Coffee with Jim, virtual breakfast from Rutherford's 66 Family Diner here on Route 66 in KIngman, Arizona. Sun's just peeking up over the Wallapai Mountains. David, how are things in Kentucky? Excellent. Got to take in the drive-in theater. We got a few of those along Route 66, but that's one of the better ones.
Say hello to a new friend on an old road. Take a two-lane trip of memories into mysteries unknown. Come along for the ride. Jim Hinckley's America. Jim Hinckley's America.
Angela, how are you doing this morning? So you're not in McLean. Mr. Keith, good morning. Well, how's things in the Netherlands? Boy, this is the neatest thing since sliced bread, isn't it? Now I'm starting to date myself. Date myself. Now, doesn't that present a picture? Just that sounds like a Caitlyn Jenner joke if I ever heard one. Hey, we were down here at Rutherford's Route 66 Family Diner. Going to do a little outdoor dining, breakfast at sunrise. It's a nice fall morning here in KIngman, about 50 degrees thereabouts. And, looking over a few things here to kind of feed that growler a little bit. Boy, there's so many good things to eat around this parts. Lulu, how are you? Well, Andy, in answer to your question, Walt's hiding over here. He chose not to be on camera. So he's just
I
the
didn't want to
support
break
group.
the camera.
How are you? Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that Texas skillet. We'll make it easy for you.
Okay, Texas skillet.
Yeah, you betcha.
Over medium?
Yeah,
And then toast or no?
yeah, dry wheat.
Dry wheat.
Yeah, you betcha.
Over medium, wheat, and dry toast. And for you?
Cinnamon roll French toast.
So you're gonna be upset with me. We don't have any cinnamon roll French toast right now.
How about the crunchy French
Crunchy,
toast?
I got that.
Good.
Do you want any eggs or meat with it today? All right, I got it, guys. I'll right up.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem.
We're, like I say, here on Route 66 in KIngman, Arizona. While working on the ideas for this week's program, I thought it'd be fun to talk about Route 66 diners and restaurants. And I got to be honest, the idea came to me on one of my morning walkabouts when my stomach was grumbling and reminding me that I hadn't had breakfast. A lot of inspiration to do programs about food. So before the stomach starts grumbling, I've ordered a Texas skillet down here at Rutherford's. So this morning, let's talk about places to eat on Route 66. I'll share a few of my favorites, and maybe you can share a few of yours, and we'll compare notes and see if we can inspire each other to find a new place to eat on the road. Chicago. Anybody got great suggestions there? Of course, the Lou Mitchell's. That's a given. Great place if you're heading. If you're headed west, Lou Mitchell's the great place to start with a hearty breakfast. And don't forget they hand out those milk duds to all the women and children, kind of a tradition they've had for close to 100 years. If you're headed the other direction and you're ending your Route 66 trip in Chicago, my suggestion is the Berghoff. Anybody familiar with the Berghoff right downtown there? It's kind of a neat place. They started out as a little saloon offering a free sandwich with every glass of nickel beer, but that was back about 1898. Things have changed a little bit, prices, and their menu's been expanded. They got some great German cuisine. I think that might be the oldest continuously one family-owned restaurant on Route 66. I could be wrong. Andy's got a loaded question. Oh, very good. What do we got, Andy? We're talking about German food. This weekend they're having their big Oktoberfest in Westside Lilo's up in Seligman. If you're not familiar with Westside Lilo's, they've got just great food, huge cinnamon rolls. And anybody who knows me knows that, I'm getting into shape, kind of a round shape, because I kind of enjoy things like giant cinnamon rolls. But Westside Lilo up there, she hails from Wiesbaden, Germany. And so they've got great German food and delicious traditional American favorites too. And one of the big problems for me in Seligman is I can only eat one meal at a time. And unless you spend the night, there's another option, which is the Roadkill Cafe. And that's a favorite. They offer some great breakfast, and no roadkill is served. Should make that clear. At least Debbie can chime in on that one if I'm wrong, but they got good food up there. And since we're Andy, biscuits and gravy is a good thing. Yeah, Lulu, the Berghoff was the first to get their liquor license in Chicago after Prohibition. You bet. And since we're talking breakfast, I usually start the day pretty early, being an old farm boy, and Cuba, Missouri always accommodates me for that. And I got two favorites there that I really enjoy. Is Shelley's is always good. All the locals are there. You can find out the latest gossip, hang out with the farmers and the highway patrol. Food's good. My only complaint with Shelley's is it gets a tad bit crowded in the mornings. They don't have a lot of room there. The restaurant's almost so small that if you got to go outside to change your mind. But my favorite is the Cuba Bakery and Deli down on Main Street. That's 1 block off Route 66. That is a first-rate little place. Boy, I can't say enough about that. And down there on Main Street, a lot of people miss that when they're traveling Route 66 down Washington Street in Cuba. But just 1 block off, you've got Cuba Bakery and Deli, Frisco's Grill and Pub, and then right there at the tracks is Riviera Maya, really great Mexican restaurant that has, shall we say, unique and colorful ambiance. I think that's the fancy word for saying it's different. And dinner in Cuba. I talk about Cuba a lot, but I'm pretty partial to that place. I really I like Cuba a lot. It's like a living Norman Rockwell print. It's a pretty special place. If you're going to eat dinner in Cuba, you got Missouri Hick, and I mentioned Frisco's and Riviera Maya, but here's one that's missed a lot. Is just east. It's actually supposed to be in Leesburg, but it's in the middle of nowhere. It's about 4, maybe 5 miles east of the Wagon Wheel Motel in on Route 66. Belmont, the Belmont Vineyards and Event Center. Man, they got a top-notch chef there. Great dinners, great views, and a special place. Trish and her husband are they're just wonderful hosts. And I'm more of a beer man, but on occasion I'll sip a glass of wine with my dearest friend. And I gotta recommend the Pink Dogwood wine there at the Belmont Winery. Pretty good stuff. Well, Andy, I'll sure help you where I can on that. I'd sure like to see what you got. Of course, before you got to have a room if you're going to be drinking wine and eating and get a little sleepy there. So in Cuba, there's the only one place in my mind is the Wagon Wheel Motel. Good Connie Eccles is and Charlie, just wonderful people. And Paul always said, better to fill your head with useless knowledge than no knowledge at all. The old Wagon Wheel Motel is the oldest continuously operated motel on Route 66. And Connie and Reva and Charlie, they did a tremendous job of giving that place a new lease on life and doing it in such a manner that they've been able to blend the past and the present seamlessly. They've been able to get good modern amenities wrapped around the old stuff there. And I know people really, I hear this a lot, people want the authentic Route 66 experience, but I know better. They really do want air conditioning and hot and cold running water and bathrooms in the rooms. The Wagon Wheel is a great place, and you're always assured a restful night's sleep after putting on the feed bag there in Cuba. And I'm really glad that they are a sponsor, and Connie's been very supportive. And books, I did bring a few if anybody shows up down here today. They've asked me to deface a few books. The KIngman High School reunions in town, and I've received a few requests on that end. But the Wagon Wheel, Connie shop there, she has a huge selection, all of my books. As far as I know, she has about 19 of the 20 books I've written, and some have been defaced with signatures. I've fallen behind on that. I usually stop by once or twice a year and do that for her, and haven't been able to do that. And one thing I can do this morning, though, is give a shout-out to some other great people that I can highly recommend for your travels. Let's see here. How about, we've got city of Tucumcari. I can't say enough about the city of Tucumcari. Don't get myopic if you're in Tucumcari. Don't just focus on the Route 66 corridor, because they've got some tremendous other places there, like Mesa Lands Dinosaur Museum is something I can highly recommend. Another great place, and we're talking of food, we can do food and lodging here, is the Cactus Inn Motel in McLean, Texas. And McLean, Texas may look like a good imitation of a ghost town, but they've still got a few hundred people there that pretty happy about the place. Angela Moreland's doing a great job with the Cactus Inn, bringing that to life, mid-50s. And just down the street is the wonderful Red River Steakhouse. It's another favorite of mine. I'm kind of partial to. And let's see who else we got here this morning. How about, and we're talking road trips here, you can't go wrong with Road Trip USA. These folks eat, drink, and sleep road trips in the United States and Canada. And well, I'm kind of tickled pink to they have hired me on as a consultant to help develop their road trips to ensure that their clients have a memorable and unforgettable adventure of the good kind, not unforgettable because it was a nightmare. These folks know road trips. And of course, we got Route 66 navigation. That's the best way to find a good place to eat on Route 66. I've been really privileged to work with Marion on developing that as helping with the point of interest file. I get to taste all the food and tell people where to go. It's what I do. Another great place that I'd like to recommend is Elkhart. Is anybody familiar with little Elkhart, Illinois? The old business district's really about just across the tracks, about a block off Route 66. Another one of those great small towns, my kind of place. It's almost perfect. They've got one stoplight. And it's the Wild Hare Cafe there in Elkhart. Is something I can highly recommend. They have got, oh gosh, Peter Niehaus and his wife are really impressive. The first time I met Peter, I got to tell you, I thought he was the maintenance man or a fella imitating Santa Claus in July with bib overalls. But the food is first rate, and the desserts. Try the 4-berry cobbler with whipped cream and a ginger snap rabbit on top. It's pretty impressive. For something really different on Route 66, how about in Pasadena? Anybody know where the Saga Motor Hotel is there in Pasadena? It's right on Colorado Boulevard, Route 66. Yes, Nolan, you're exactly right. I'm not sure their hours, but do try it's the Wild Hare Cafe and Horse Feathers. It's one of the strangest places. You go inside, it advertises as a restaurant. It's an old bank building. Really neat. And when you go there, even if they're closed, look above the door. They've got about a 120-year-old alarm system, a bulldog alarm above the door. It's really, really slick. But yeah, you go in the door of this restaurant and there's no restaurant. It's a eclectic kind of gift shop and pastries or Amish goods. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. So I have all the condiments on the table, but do you need anything else?
No, we're fine.
Beautiful. I'll be back to check.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem.
We are doing a Texas skillet down here. A little bit of steak and potatoes, a couple eggs, and crunchy French toast.
Crunchy French toast. This is unbelievable.
Mr. Walt, a little hot sauce on here. But yeah, the Wild Hare is well worth a visit. But it's a strange place because, like I say, you walk in the door and there's no restaurant. It's in the back. Kind of a different situation. And then I was talking about Pasadena. Down the street from the Saga was opened about 56, 57, and it is such a time capsule of Route 66, stereotypical California 1950s palm trees around the pool, and that they film TV shows, movies, different things there. And right down the street, if you go west on Colorado Boulevard, you got a place called Hyder Baba down there, and it's an authentic Persian cafe. It is, it is authentic, and the food is, I can't pronounce hardly anything on the menu, but I do know this. I've eaten there about a dozen times, and I've yet to have anything that wasn't just delicious. Excellent, excellent food. Well, here in KIngman, oh, Sylvia, I hope you had a great trip. How were things in Italy and Switzerland, as I recall?
Morning.
Good morning. Well, here in KIngman, for Sunday eating, a lot of stuff is closed downtown. Even our visitor center is closed on Sunday. I guess we're still kind of locked in that roll up the sidewalks thing. But Rutherford's, where we're at, great place to eat. And then we have, Mexican. Oh, well, Mexican food, oysters. It just up the road a piece, next to King's Inn Best Western. Excellent, excellent Mexican food. Top notch. How's that? A little better for you, Lulu? Yeah, the alley cat. Yes. I had forgotten about that one. They, my favorite when I used to come in, I come in out of the garage and I go down there for my lunch, and they had horseradish kielbasa sandwiches, coarse ground horseradish. That was absolutely excellent. I had forgotten about that one. That one's gone by place. Another one I can recommend, a lot of people stay at the Munger Moss Motel there in Lebanon. And of course, Dowd's Catfish down the street, good place for dinner. But for breakfast, hands down, one of the best is the Elm Street Eatery. It's right there on Route 66, downtown Lebanon. That's one I can highly recommend too. As you can tell, I don't miss a lot of meals. Tell you another good one. There's two in Gallup that I can suggest. The Earls. Earls is really unique. They've been there since '47, and it's just to the east of the El Rancho on Route 66. And one thing it's a throwback to when I was a kid. They allow the Indian artisans to set up on the portico and sell their artistry and their crafts and whatnot. And also inside, they'll ask you if you mind vendors, and if you do, you just tell them, and then you won't be bothered. Otherwise, they'll come to the table and they'll sell jewelry, kachinas, and different things. It's kind of a throwback to the Route 66 that I remember as a kid, especially here in the Southwest. Another one is, Michael, thank you for those tips. A little bit of voyeurism here this morning. It's kind of like watching the animals eat at the zoo, isn't it? The other one is the El Rancho, the old hotel. They've got a good restaurant there, and my favorite is the breakfast. There's some stuff on the menu there, traditional New Mexico dishes, as well as American favorites, but It's the only place off the reservation that I know you can get the blue cornmeal atole, and with a little bit of honey in that is, boy, I tell you, that's a great breakfast. You throw in a couple of eggs and some kosher bacon, and you've got a heck of a meal. Nobody caught that, huh? It'll come to you. You wait. See if that doesn't come to you. Here's another one for you. Now, this one's down in Needles. And it closes a lot during the summer. I haven't checked on them lately. I'm pretty positive they've survived the apocalypse. They're open mostly fall and winter. Valenzuela's, about 2 blocks off Route 66 in Needles, California. That is a real surprise, and one of the big surprises to me with Valenzuela's is that I didn't discover it until a couple of years ago. Fat Ricky's in Romeoville. Well, no, but that one's going on the list. Any place named Fat Ricky's, you know that's got to be good. Valenzuela's is another one of those don't judge the book by the cover. She's a tumble down place, looks rougher than macabre, but it's really something. It's one family owned since 1953. And when you walk in the door, it is a time capsule. Everything inside looks like it's out of the 1950s. And I was really surprised, but on one of my visits a couple of years ago, the fellow taking my order, he was about my age, took my order and walks up to the kitchen window and says, "We've got an order for some tacos, Mom." His mom was in there cooking. She's the daughter of the lady who founded the place, and she gave me a tour of the kitchen. She was really proud of it. Surgically clean, nice kitchen. They were cooking on the original grill and stove that they'd opened the restaurant with back in '53. Pretty impressive. Well, folks, you know, I'm really glad we can get together like this, even if it's virtually. I'm working on taking the show on the road, as we talked about. I usually do that once or twice a year, but, well, we just haven't been able to do that for a tad bit, so we are going to have to, you know, do this a little bit different, and hopefully next spring we will be out and about again, and hopefully we can do this in person once or twice. Well, thank you, Lulu, for those tips. I would like to thank everybody who chimed in this morning and hopefully inspired a few road trips. Nolan, I'm glad to find that your trip has gone well. Hope our paths cross again soon. Well, no, Palms Grill Cafe. I just had a nice sit down with Whitney Ortiz from Atlanta a week or so ago, and no, the Palms Grill is not open. There is a business opportunity for somebody, and something to keep in mind. My big problem with Atlanta and Pontiac, they're both wonderful towns, and I would live there in a heartbeat. The big problem I've got is they're in Illinois. And this old boy, when it gets below 80, I start looking for my long underwear. I've been out in this country so long. Well, folks, I'm sure glad you could join us this morning, and well, we'll do this again next week, and as always, your input, your ideas, thoughts, suggestions, all be greatly appreciated. Meanwhile, I'm going to sit here and eat a Texas skillet at Rutherford's Route 66 Family Diner on Route 66. My friends, you take care until we meet again. Vaya con Dios. Adios, mi amigos.